Today's video is called the Real Estate 747. So what is that and what does it mean? So stay tuned, as this is a very useful analogy that could be causing you to crash in your attempted real estate business here today. So if you haven't seen us before, I'm Dustin Hahn, and we use the strategies on this channel to do deals all over the US. We've done hundreds of deals with these strategies, and we often find property for 40 to 90% below market value. So let's dive in. What is it, the Real Estate 747? So we have a lot of folks getting into real estate, and the wonderful world of the internet versus reality is the fact that you go online and you see all of these shiny bells and whistles in real estate softwares and techniques and CRMs, which stands for customer relationship management software. And all of this is fine and dandy. Like, there's not a lot of dog crap tools out there. A lot of them are pretty good. However, the best tool in the world isn't going to be useful for you if you don't know how to use it and if you don't have any experience. So the reason I call this video the Real Estate 747 is I want to use an airplane analogy, okay? So bear with me on this. Imagine you're an aspiring pilot. You want to fly airplanes, and you want to go across the ocean, and you're shopping for an airplane. So the first thing you see online or in person is this sales guy selling you this 747 airplane, and it looks awesome. It does everything. You go inside, you look in the cockpit, and you see all of these hundreds of bells and whistles and buttons and knobs. Like, this thing has autopilot, it has the weather, it has the walkie-talkie radios, and all of these auto controls. It looks absolutely amazing and breathtaking to look at. And the problem here, though, is you want to fly an airplane, but you don't know how to fly. You never started off with the basics. So what I see these days with people failing in real estate is the fact that they go and they buy all of this crap that they think they need. Now, technically it's not crap. In the hands of an experienced person, they can use it and they can fly that airplane. However, the problem is you get all hyped up, you buy the tool, the software, and when it comes time to use it, you're completely overwhelmed, right? So then it's back to YouTube to try to figure that out, and then back down the next rabbit hole. Ironically, that could be why you're here right now as well, unless you are a longtime subscriber. And if you're not, if you like the videos, you can thumbs up, ask us a question, and even subscribe if you want to. Every subscriber gets $10,000. No, just kidding. So helps channel out. Anyways, what I was saying here is it's very easy to get caught up in all of the fancy stuff that is kind of useless to you. The first thing you need to do is learn how to fly the airplane and start with the basics, like a little single engine Cessna. Analog, nothing fancy, good old fashioned manual controls. A good example of this is a couple weeks ago, I took a float plane to go ride my mountain bike in the mountains. This airplane was a 1961 float plane. Like, it had big levers and buttons, and it was awesome. It was reliable, it got the job done, and you didn't need that fancy airplane to go and do what we needed to do. You just needed the basics. So this is what I want you to do. Rather than getting caught up in all of the fancy softwares and this and that, you want to this is for you if you haven't done a deal, right? Like, if you're not doing if you've never done a deal, or if you're watching this and you're doing lots of deals, then this video is probably not for you. This is for the person who's never done a deal, wants to start doing maybe a deal a month, which is what I consider to be the baseline and benchmark. A lot of people call themselves real estate investors, but all of their investing has been done maybe through the houses that they've purchased over the years and they've appreciated. So this is for the guy who wants to become an active investor, somebody who's doing, or guy or gal, right? We don't have favorites here. This is for you if you're wanting to go from maybe doing no deals to getting on the field, right? Stick to the basics. And what are the basics? You need a list of motivated sellers. You need a way to contact them, whether it's cold calling, text messaging, ringless voicemail, sending some mail in the mail, or even door knocking, or leaving envelopes in person on the doorstep. That's the basics, right? So from there, you just need a cell phone, maybe a Google Voice app to get a different phone number, and then learning some scripts on what to say. But you don't need anything fancy. You just need a pen and paper to track everything, even a spreadsheet. I would way rather see it be scrappy, rough around the edges, and at least you're actually doing it, as opposed to getting this beautiful software you have no idea how to use, and you feel good at the moment you buy it, but then later down the road you've wasted money. Actually, today we just canceled a software that was like $500 a month that we're not even using. So we've had that for a while, and we do this stuff all the time. So keep it basic. You only need to add on things like a CRM or more advanced stuff when you hit a bottleneck. And what do I mean by that? All of a sudden, say you're doing the basics and you're getting way too many motivated sellers coming in, or maybe you have multiple deals on the go, then go ahead and add some complexity that will, in the long term, make things easier. But at first, it's going to be complex. Now, you'll have people popping out of the woodwork saying, oh, my software does this or that, or this CRM does all these things. Sure, go ahead, go do that. And if it works for you, that's great. I'm just speaking to what's worked for us, and what works for the students that we help get this going is basics. Like get back to the basics, the roots. Feels good to write things down with a pen and paper, and then once it gets busy, then add the software that solves that specific solution or that specific problem, and no more. So there's a saying when people want to sell things, and it's called complicate to profit. And that's what a lot of people do when they're selling stuff, is all these bells and whistles that sound cool, but you don't need them. So to recap, keep it simple. Get that list of motivated sellers, contact them, offer whatever you think your fair offer is, and then start the negotiation, get it under contract, buy it for yourself, or wholesale it for 10 to 30 grand. So if you want more information on that, we've put together a free training called How to Buy Property for 40 to 90% Below Market Value. There's a link below this video. You can click it, get it for free. You get a bunch of cool bonuses that we have here for you, like the 4 critical things to avoid. We have our rehab calculator. You have a copy of our wholesale contract as well to get you started. This is free. Just click the link and we'll hook you up. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.